Stay low.
Welcome, fellow skaters. Today is very exciting for me. It's about the PowerStop, and more importantly, it's about the myths surrounding the PowerStop, which I think about all the time because I'm always seeing it presented in different ways. So as far as some of the things I might have thought myself, or I hear people saying repeatedly, I'm going to crack those things wide open. We might even offend a few people. I hope not. My Mythbuster skates are going to be the GTB, of course. The new GTB is coming to Pro Skaters Place, and it's going to be available there exclusively, and it's got some new features that I think you're really going to like, but I can't say much more until I get a pair on my feet. So the number one myth when it comes to the PowerStop is that you have to swing the shoulders into it. It's quite the opposite when I'm going into a PowerStop. My shoulders are basically set in the position I'm going to wind up in. It's just all in the hips. Yes, the hips do not have a tendency to be dishonest. They do not lie. So let's look at that again. So the hips dictate everything, and that's what allows me to continue going forward instead of my upper body creating too much torque. And one more time, you watch my shoulder drop back just a little on the approach. For a nice, consistent, reliable line. Oh yeah, the number two myth about a PowerStop is there is no slide. So while the motive of the PowerStop is to stop as quickly as possible, you do have to allow some slide. Even the stickiest stops have an inch or two of slide, almost always. Number three is that the PowerStop is not a turn, it's a pivot. You can get in touch with your inner PowerStop by learning it on a curve, but in the street or with great control and predictable lines, you want it to be a pivot. And the reason this is a PowerStop is because as we pivot, that rear skate grabs the pavement, your weight's here, and then you eventually shift onto here. Maybe you're equal for a moment, and then you wind up on that front leg. So yes, number four is your weight is not going to be equal throughout the entire slide or sequence on both feet. As I just mentioned, a lot of friction is created here, and hopefully you get a little equality partway through to give you a nice sweet slide, and it winds up on the front leg. So number five is one that's bothered me for a long time, and that's people who say the PowerStop cannot be consistent. And to me, it's the most consistent stop because I'm using both legs. I've got my body weight in a good place. Everything's powerful and it's nothing complicated. I just, bam, crouch into it. Feels really nice kinetically. I don't feel exposed as you would in other stops. Oh, what a hoot. What a hoot.
So my GTB skates and my new GTB skates are from Pro Skaters Place, and they are now offering a 10% discount to my viewers. So hit the link below the video to get to Pro Skaters Place, and then punch in that code BSS0522. The code to this link is not in the description below. You'll have to write it down. BSS0522. Yeah, Pro Skaters Place, they've got inline skates, roller skates, skis, protective gear, and so much more.
Number six. And number six, oh, what the fuck is number six? I forgot. Number six. Hard to learn. Hard to kill. That was cool. So number 6 is that the PowerStop is hard to learn, and it's not. It just takes persistence. There's no such thing as a natural when it comes to this. You have to put in the reps. And when I learned the PowerStop, that's all I was doing. Every time I stopped, there was nothing else. I was just trying to get myself parallel and sliding for a long time. So yes, you wear the hip pads, you wear the knee pads, and you go out repeatedly and try bit by bit to catch a little slide until you're killing it. It's really one of those skills that I think there's no such thing as a natural in. Anybody can learn this. Weight, size, gender. This is something everybody can earn. Number 7. Number 7 is the old myth that you should be learning this on both sides. Ice hockey, yes. On the pavement, it's possible. But if you really want a killer PowerStop that you can crack out in any situation, I would suggest going with your dominant side and refining that until it's absolutely perfect. The patterns on each side inform each other, but your good side will also be affected by your shitty side. So learn the PowerStop like a master on one side. It's like throwing a ball. You wouldn't throw a ball with both hands, either hand. I stop on the same side almost all the time on the street, and it's enough because I'm traveling in a straight line, so I don't have to really think about moving one direction or the other. Learn this thing hardcore on your dominant side, and then bring it over to the other side.
So number 8, which I almost forgot could well have been number 1, and that is that the PowerStop cannot be done from high speed. And this is completely untrue. If you can do a PowerStop from medium speed, you can do it from high speed. It just feels scarier. I have a habit of doing a drag stop before high-speed power stops to protect myself and for accuracy, but it can be done as I demonstrated last year. Now here, I'm going to build up some speed and try to stop within 5 seconds of top speed. I am giving it a good shot. Yeah, that's quite easy. Stay low.